in order, man. You know?
That's right, Con. That's correct. So Jake got to start being more, holding themselves more accountable for their actions. You can't. That's what females do. They don't hold themselves accountable. They always get a bailout. They got every bailout in the world: child support, Section 8, WIC, Link, all of these bailouts. But a man don't get no bailout. But the Lord gonna destroy them damn females for that too, cause they think they got a bailout. You may got a bailout by Esau, but you ain't gonna get away when how about Shemal Shah put hands on you. That goes for you sisters out here who so called listening. You know, especially if you ain't got no man, you should be hoping that the Lord bless you with a husband. The hell is wrong with you? Then a lot of y'all be saying, "Oh, I'm married to you." Man? How you know Yahweh Shah won't your funky ass? You know, come on, man. The Lord got something better for Yahweh Shah. He ain't about to give him no. Probably got some good virgins ready for him. He probably just. Some of you females are used up. I mean, of course y'all gonna get new bodies, a lot of y'all, but don't think high of yourself like you somebody. Get a man of the Lord, man. Especially the man of the Lord, and then stop crushing on the man of the Lord. Stop doing that shit. He might not want your ass. He might send you to another brother, a brother that might not look to your appealing. But guess what? He a man of the Lord. So who gives a damn how you look? That's the problem. That's a problem. Another thing with y'all, wicked ass. But you know, that's a whole nother subject. But it have to be said because y'all out there listening too. Stop all that crushing on. Oh, I want that brother. That brother might not want you. We do the choosing. But get that second Esdras 2 and start at 42.
Second Esdras chapter 2 verse 42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Exactly. So, this is why it's important to take this army serious of the Lord. Make it your priority. This is why, because you want that crown. Everybody want a crown, but don't want to work for the crown. You know, everybody think a crown just supposed to be handed to them. You know, especially these people in the world, they really think like that. This microwave generation, everybody want things to go their damn way, but it don't always go your way. You know, keep going.
So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahushua. Now are they crowned and received palms.
Exactly, man. Those are the ones who got the palms, man. Received.
Denounce this world.
Exactly, no.
Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, of Yahushua, whom they have of the Most High, who they have confessed in the world, and began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
And them the ones who stand stiffly, man. Because them the ones who pulled off, and that's Yahushua crowning them, man. So, man, if you want to receive that crown by Yahushua, you have to put the work in. You have to do the things that are a priority of Yahweh Shemel in his body. Go ahead.
This Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 9, it says, There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of the Most High. For he that is entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works, as the Most High did from his. Let us therefore, let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. You see, so to get those crowns, to get that heavenly kingdom, we must labor now. Get on that road of salvation, and push this ministry, the well doing, and hope unto the end, and endure those them trials, them temptations, to receive that crown.
That's right. That's what's important, man. Ain't nothing else important more than this. This is all we got. This is all we got. You gotta really put that in your mind. Your family in the world gonna turn on you. Your woman might turn on you. It's gonna be you're gonna see a lot of turnarounds on you. Well, who ain't gonna turn on you? The brotherhood and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They gonna stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So you gotta really put that in your mind and believe that too. So a lot of people don't believe. They don't have faith. That's what's important, having faith, man. You really believe in what you into. You gotta know what you into too. When we say this is Lord Army, man, that's that's serious, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know what you're getting yourself into, man. When you get called into this thing, because like I said, many are called, but few are chosen.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is not chosen. So you might not be chosen, but how do you hope that you're chosen? By making your call in an election sure.
Mm-hmm.
Being diligent. Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's what's important.
All right, precept. It's Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Just touching on the point the brother was going into. This is a spiritual war, and you got to know what you're a part of, know what you're fighting for. You see, it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, being adorned with His word. So when those evil days do come, you can get through them. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, and above all taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery depths of the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer, pray without ceasing, and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. And actively on that watch too, so like.
No, I'm just saying kind, but yeah, kind. Like, cause hey man, you never know what's gonna come at you. Esau is a chin. Hey, guess what? Esau is diligent. At least they diligent in their wickedness. They diligent in sending up curses on us. They diligent in praying to their God.
Mm-hmm.
So how much more we gotta be diligent? Because they diligent in putting out their MOTV.
Mm-hmm.
They doing their work.
Yep.
So how much more we gotta do our work?
Mm-hmm. And the spiritual demon Satan, he on his shit, and if you ain't on yours, if you not doing what you need to do, then when he creeps up, you're gonna be through,
Yeah, he gonna overthrow you too. Put you right into all type of temptations. Might put you in front of a bitch you've been wanting to clap for years, but then you find out she got a man. As soon as you about to put the rod in her, she tell you when you about to put the rod on you. I got a confession. Well, what? I got a man. Right when you about to put rod in, like that. Like for real, like that, it might happen that way. You ain't know. Now she finally confessing to you after all that. When That's about to happen. And then now you got to make this choice if I'm going to still clap her or not. Because now it's tempting. Like, the ass might be fat as hell, juicy, pussy looking right, everything looking right on her.
So now you test it.
Yeah, man.
That's when you resort back to them precepts, you know. Yeah. Them precepts be a secure.
Exactly. You going to leave right out the room. You know what? I got to go. She going to be like, what? Because she know that a nigga in the world going to clap. Like, you're like, hold on. You ain't going to hit. You out of your. You don't see this? She going to be trying to show you, like all of that. Nah, I got to go, man.
Right. She going to hit the nigga. Yay.
Yeah, like all of that. But that's the things we're battling with when it comes to this truth. Mm-hmm. You're gonna battle with certain things, man. Mm-hmm. You know, anybody got some precepts?
I got some. It's Matthew
gonna be
6
wrapping it
and
up soon.
33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Break it down. Came back out.
So when you seeking the Lord in His ways, you know, like the brother was just bringing up about a woman. You forsake that shit, the Lord will give you 2-3 women, man. All right, you know, as long as you seeking the Lord first, man.
Yeah, for example, Job, he took everything away from him, and he stored what he took from him double after he went through the hell he had to go through, man.
See the patience of Job. That latter was blessed.
Lord
was merciful, Sly.
No, you good. You that's what you were saying. But I got this Colossians 3, and I'm gonna start at 1. If ye then be risen with Mashiach, seek those things which are above, where Mashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High Power of God. So yeah, we seek the things are above, like Yahweh Shai did. That's what he did. He put his life on the line for this truth. He didn't get to have no fun when he was Yahweh Shai. His whole thing was business. He was just on straight business. He didn't do the things we can do. Like, he ain't go shoot no basketball. He ain't lift no weights. He was on straight business. When we got more leisure to do certain things like that. He didn't have the time. His time was always about his father's business. So that's why you got to follow that example to the best of your ability. Mm-hmm. Verse 2, set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Mashiach in the Most High Power of God. Your life will be hid with him. So that means the Lord going to always put a hedge over you to protect you. As soon as he pull that hedge off of you, and you going to see what the Lord will do to you, man. This to test you. You know? And it don't feel good when he move that hedge. You got all type of stuff hitting you like boom, 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 popping you on your shit. Verse 4, when Mashiach, who is our life, should appear, then should ye also appear with him in glory. And that's what we looking forward to, appear with him in that glory. What do that mean? We get the new bodies. We out of this wretched flesh that can sin. We don't want to continue in this wretched flesh. That's the whole point, man. We about to get a whole new body. It don't say extraterrestrial, but to full and really understanding, that's what it would be, an extraterrestrial body. That means you got the human form, but you are an angel. You got the power. You are God. You know. That's what Yahweh Bashim Shai has got in store for us. And how do we get that? By taking this serious, by understanding this is the work of the army of the Lord, and you making it your priority. You got some?
I appreciate that. So this Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. It says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. He cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. All right, and going back to what the brother was saying, you got to choose, Yahweh first, man. Put the Lord first, because once you caught up into the affairs of your life, whether it's your job, your woman, you start despising, the Lord, which is supposed to be the other way. Once you're in the spirit and you put off the worldly shit to the side. You know, you behind on lessons. You like, okay, you know, I ain't gonna deal with this woman today. You know, I gotta get in the spirit more or read more. You know, because you got brothers that could have been football players. You know, actors, rappers. All right, but they chose this truth, man. You know, that's it on that.
That's the spirit. But there's a lot of brothers that, there's brothers that was in the NFL and not in the NFL no more because of the truth. They like, fuck that shit.
Right.
But when they heard this truth, what did they do? They ran to the truth. They stopped running towards that. And you know, they on Madden. You could go play with them, brother. on the game Madden. But do he care about that? Hell no.
Right.
He care about Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So that's how you know that's powerful. You know? A lot of people don't see that though, you know? Anybody got some precept? Cause we're gonna get like our last closing, cause
I got something. It's 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. And it said, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of the ministry. All right, another word for evangelist is preacher, man. Do the work of a preacher. This is our only job. This is what Yahweh Shah set us forth to do. All right, it's go out, preach this word, Lord willing the elect. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is secondary, man. You know, the job that you're working now, that's not your first job, you know. You got to remember the first love, which is this truth. This is our first job, you know. And make full proof of the ministry, man. You know, like the brother said earlier, make your calling and election sure. You know, you want to make sure you're doing everything that Yahweh Shah gave you, you know, because everybody got different levels of faith. But that little bit of faith or whatever it is that the Lord gave you, you go to full extent. All right, you don't do the bare minimum. You know, you try to, you know, you go overboard for the Lord.
yeah, your talent, whatever your
That's
talent
right.
is, you appreciate your talent, and you utilize that talent and execute it. That's what you do. Matter of fact, anybody got some?
Yeah.
That's what we got. You got some? All right, go ahead, bring it out. We're gonna close it on the talents.
This first,
Somebody can get that.
this 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. So we have to run that we may obtain this prize, man. It says, and every man that striveth for the masteries is temperate in all things. And when you go into this, Paul is giving a similitude like the athletes. You know, you got LeBron James, this nigga ain't late for practice. This nigga ain't missing any press conferences, missing this, missing that, missing any games, this, that, and third. Just for this nigga to get swept in the conference finals, man. And they putting in mad work. They're not eating certain food. They cutting out this, that, and the third so they can do their job to the utmost priority. These rappers are doing the most wickedness possible so they can be the best nigga on the earth, man. So how much more than what we have to do? And these niggas doing this for what? It says now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown. So they doing this shit for no reason, for vain, man. Mike Tyson, he had all them championships. He said, man, this shit don't mean nothing. He didn't die in the ring for it. He said, man, this means nothing to me. Because this is a corruptible crown. No one's going to talk about that in the kingdom. And they still talk about our righteous forefathers thousands of years later. No one's going to be talking about a basketball player that was in the league 10 years ago. No one's talking about him. Look at Delonte West. That nigga threw.
Make a point on that. You got back in Rome when they had the gladiators and the games that they used to play. You don't hear niggas bringing up those athletes from the back and then. Them niggas times did away with their ass, man.
You know, the only reason Michael Jordan and them still being talked about because they sold out all the way. Because you don't hear about, what was that one guy, that basketball player, I forgot his name. He was dark skinned. He was played for, I can't think of his damn name, man. I can't think of him. He used to live in Chicago though, but then he transferred to I think it was the Celtics. Was it Celtics? I don't remember, but you don't hear about him no more. That's how much I don't even know his name anymore because you don't hear about him no more. And he was a good basketball player, you know. So all that shit don't mean shit. It's gonna be forgotten. So bring that talents out.
It's Matthew 25 and, at the top of the parable, or the point?
What's the top of you talking about?
14 and 14.
This Matthew 25 and 14, it says, "For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling to a far country, who called his own servants and delivered to them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another one, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey." It says, "Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. So likewise ye that have received 2, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with him. And so he that had received 5 talents came and bought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. And his Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant."
Exactly. That was because he utilized his talent and he executed it. You know, that's what's important. And I found out that dude name was Kevin Garnett. You know, he was a good. He ain't remembered. You ain't remember his ass no more, man.
KG,
Yeah, he was a decent hooper, but nobody talk about him no more.
he on a commercial for gambling right now. Gambling, you know, people doing bets for games and stuff like that. He all loud and rambunctious and stuff.
Yeah, man, come on, man. But yeah, man, he had a talent, he used it, but now look at it don't matter. But these talents we get is gonna be remembered.
Mm-hmm. It says, "Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord."
Exactly, and he had little talent, and he only was ruler over a few things. Now he's gonna be a ruler over many things because he utilized his talent and he executed it. That's what's important. That's what you do when you are part of the army of the Lord, making it your priority. You're gonna do what's right. Keep going.
Verse 24, "Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast, that is thine."
Exactly, and this is the go for a lot of niggas. They say, "Oh, I was scared, Lord," but you had the opportunity. If you was really scared, you would be doing the work.
Exactly.
Like that ain't. But he buried the talent, so he basically said, "This talent ain't gonna do me no good." You know, and guess what the Lord gonna do to him?
It says, "His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which have 10 talents. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance, but from him that have not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth."
And that's gonna be the destruction that's about to come. Jacob's trouble, the missiles, getting your head cut off in front of your house. That's all coming. You know, so that's what's gonna happen to these guys who's slothful, who's not taking the Lord's army serious, who's not making it a priority, who ain't just out here bullshitting and thinking it's child's play when this is not. This is something serious. The Lord will remove you and get rid of you quick. He don't need you. We need him. You gotta remember that. The Lord said he could have raised up these rocks. The stones called out the stones and made them into a nation. So how much more is that saying, do he need us? So shows a lot of point that he don't need us. So we're going to go ahead and close it out with that. We're going to give all praise and glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honor to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husband. Keep pushing and doing the work. Shalom, Barakathum, and a Baba Ball.
Ball.